People who hide their pain always display these 8 behaviors. Fyodor Dostoevsky. Have you ever met someone who always seems strong? Someone who smiles at the right moments, says all the right things, and appears completely in control of their life. They rarely complain. They rarely ask for help. They carry themselves with confidence and independence, but beneath that calm exterior, they are fighting battles no one knows about. Fyodor Dostoevsky once explored the darkest corners of the human soul. Through his novels and observations of human nature, he revealed a profound truth. The deepest suffering is often invisible. The people who hurt the most are not always the ones who cry out for help. Sometimes they are the ones who remain silent. Pain does not always announce itself. It often disguises itself through habits, behaviors, and personality traits that most people overlook. Today, we will explore 8 behaviors commonly displayed by people who hide their pain. Understanding. These signs may help you better understand others, or perhaps even understand yourself. They constantly joke about serious things. One of the most common masks for pain is humor. People who carry deep emotional wounds often become masters of making others laugh. They turn their struggles into jokes. They laugh at situations that should probably make them cry. Why? Because humor creates distance between themselves and their suffering. If they can joke about it, they don't have to fully confront it. Dostoevsky understood that irony often emerges from suffering. Many people use laughter not because they are happy, but because it is safer than vulnerability. When someone constantly makes light of their problems, pay attention. The joke may be protecting a wound they are not ready to reveal. Sometimes the funniest person in the room is also the loneliest. They rarely ask for help. Most people assume strength means independence, but extreme independence can sometimes be a sign of hidden pain. People who have been disappointed, abandoned, or misunderstood often learn a painful lesson. Relying on others feels dangerous. Over time, they convince themselves they must carry every burden alone. Even when they are overwhelmed, exhausted, or emotionally broken, they refuse to ask for support. They tell themselves, "I'll handle it. I don't want to bother anyone. No one would understand anyway." What appears to be strength may actually be fear. Fear of rejection, fear of vulnerability, fear of being let down again. They become experts at taking care of others. This behavior often surprises people. Many individuals hiding emotional pain become incredibly caring toward everyone around them. They listen, they support, they encourage, they solve other people's problems. Why? Because focusing on someone else's suffering helps them avoid facing their own. Helping others gives them purpose and distraction. Dostoevsky frequently portrayed characters who sacrificed themselves for others while secretly carrying unbearable emotional burdens. The tragic reality is that those who spend their lives caring for everyone else often receive very little care in return. They become everyone's safe place while having nowhere safe to go themselves. They keep themselves constantly busy. Silence can be terrifying for someone carrying unresolved pain. When the mind finally becomes quiet, emotions begin to surface. This is why many people fill every hour of their day with activity, work, projects, social events, entertainment, endless distractions. From the outside, they appear productive and ambitious, but internally, they may simply be running from memories, running from regrets, running from emotions they don't want to feel. The busier they stay, the less time they have to confront what hurts. Their schedule becomes a shield, protecting them from themselves. 5. They struggle to accept compliments. Have you ever complimented someone only to watch them immediately dismiss it? "You look great today." "No, I don't. You did an amazing job." "It wasn't that good." People carrying hidden pain often have a damaged relationship with self-worth. No matter how much praise they receive, it never feels believable. Deep inside, they may carry feelings of inadequacy, guilt, shame, or self-criticism. As Dostoevsky observed, some of the harshest judgments come not from society, but from our own minds. When someone cannot accept kindness directed toward themselves, it often reveals an internal battle, invisible to everyone else. They avoid talking about themselves. Notice how some people can spend hours listening to others, but reveal almost nothing about themselves. This is not always because they are private. Sometimes it is because opening up feels risky. Every personal question becomes a potential doorway to emotions they would rather keep hidden. So they become skilled conversationalists. They redirect attention. They ask questions. They keep the spotlight elsewhere. The more pain someone carries, the more carefully they may guard their inner world. Their silence is not emptiness, it is protection. Behind that silence may exist stories, heartbreaks, fears, and disappointments they have never fully shared with anyone. 7. They seem calm. During crises, this behavior often confuses people. When disaster strikes, some individuals remain remarkably calm. They handle emergencies efficiently. They stay composed under pressure. They appear emotionally unshaken. While this can reflect genuine resilience, it can also result from something deeper. People who have endured long periods of emotional pain often become familiar with suffering. Chaos feels familiar. Stress feels normal. Difficulty no longer surprises them. In some cases, they learned years ago how to suppress emotional reactions simply to survive. The person who appears strongest during a crisis may have spent years practicing emotional endurance in private. Their calmness is not always peace. Sometimes it is exhaustion. They smile, even when they are hurting. Perhaps the most heartbreaking sign of hidden pain is the ability to smile through it. Many people become so accustomed to hiding their struggles that smiling becomes automatic. They don't want to burden others. They don't want to appear weak. They don't want to explain what they are feeling, so they smile. At work, at family gatherings, among friends, on social media. Meanwhile, inside, they may be carrying grief, anxiety, loneliness, or despair. Dostoevsky recognized a painful contradiction of human nature. We often suffer most intensely when surrounded by people who believe we are fine. The smile becomes a mask, and the longer the mask remains in place, the harder it becomes to remove. The greatest struggles are not always visible. Some wounds leave no scars. Some battles make no sound. Some of the people you admire most may be carrying pain you could never imagine. That is why compassion matters. A kind word, a sincere conversation, a moment of genuine attention. These simple acts can mean more than we realize, and if you recognize yourself in these behaviors, remember this: you do not have to carry everything alone. Strength is not hiding your pain. Strength is having the courage to face it. As Dostoevsky's work repeatedly reminds us, the human soul is capable of enduring extraordinary suffering, but it is also capable of healing, growth, and transformation. Sometimes the first step toward healing is simply allowing yourself to be seen, because the pain you hide from the world may be the very pain that needs understanding the most.